stream, but whatever. I go back to school today, but that's fine. I actually leave here basically in an hour and 20 minutes, give or take. Yeah. So I should be able to live stream for a little bit, get some more footage for a live stream, or I hope my headphones are plugged in. Maybe. Okay. Right now I'm just getting into a party so I can talk and nobody else has to hear me. But I can live stream for a bit and get some more stuff for a little. Yeah, I guess it would be a little one. This one's not gonna be too big. But basically a best or funny moments of, I guess, this time. Alright, there we go. Finally loaded up. Now I find it easier to play hardcore, so I'll keep playing hardcore. That is not hardcore, that is core. There we go. Shoot house 24/7. It's easier to get XP and level up your guns quicker there than it is anywhere else. But since this is not normally a live streaming time for me, and I probably will never do this again unless I wake up early, then yeah, then I will do it again. But since it is 5:52 in the morning, I don't think I'll ever do this probably again for a while. But other than that, I think we should be good. Get rid of the 6 o'clock alarm. 6:30 alarm. Which I don't think I live streamed this last night. I played it a little bit earlier yesterday. Didn't do much except for grinded for the AK-47. I should have showed you that before I hopped in here. But I get a little bit of that and then I go running. That was just that little ankle shot too, so that's kind of funny. That wasn't though. Oh man. Alright, we're gonna have to drop that sight real quick since we're not. Oh no, I had to go for long shots. That's right. See, this is the boring live stream. Because I have to go for these long shots. Or mounted kills, I guess, but I just died, so I guess I'm not really getting that mounted kill. I swear I shot, but I guess I didn't. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I haven't. Not really expecting somebody actually to be on this early. Thank you for stopping by also.
Howdy. You're up late.
Kind of up early. I actually went to sleep and woke up early. Thank you for stopping by. Oh. I guess I can say this. Good morning, Maddie. Yeah,
Oh.
I
It's Maddie, by the way.
I thought maybe if I probably
LOL, I'm about to sleep.
Yeah, I wish I could do that, but I got school in the morning, or actually, I got school in an hour and 20 minutes, so fair enough. Headshot. Another headshot. Okay, I was looking up. Or actually, nope, I'm not on break anymore.
Wait, really? You're not on break anymore?
Nope. I go back to school on a Thursday, which is pretty funny, I'd say. You know, it's like, my bad. That was a terrible shot. No, I don't get to have the luck as many other better schools. My school kind of sucks. And
that sucks.
Dang. Yeah, it really does. And the funny thing is I only got 4 hours of sleep, so really looked like a person. Oh, that's an enemy. No, 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 no. Wait.
I have work tomorrow.
Oh, okay. See, I'd almost rather work than go to school. I mean, I'd ask you where you work, but that's probably pretty personal, especially since it's on stream. I wouldn't want you to, like, give out a work. But yeah, I mean,
Pizza place.
oh, okay.
I'll say that.
Alright. I used to work in a technical restaurant. I mean, I'd say it's a hellhole, but definitely was not a McDonald's. It was an actual normal restaurant too, which is kind of sad to call it a hellhole. But yeah, I'll say this: I'm not a huge fan of restaurants.
Wow.
To be honest, I'm glad I don't have to sign an NDA agreement, or not disclosure agreement. I guess you can't really call it an NDA agreement. It's in the name. But I guess if I even don't say the name, I can't really get in trouble at all. What am I planning to do next year? I don't know.
LOL. What you planning to do next year?
Probably. That's the thing. I can go work at a jail and be a correctionals officer, or I can join the military. I could go to college. I've never really came decisive on what I wanted to do. I'm still really bad at this game. And I was actually saying that stuff in my shower. I was like, I don't know. I mean, because there was a movie I was watching. I mean, it was okay. He was not on the thermal at all, but it was like I don't know if you've seen it. It's a movie on Netflix called Yes Man, but it's not a Netflix original. It's by Jim Carrey. Made like a long time ago, and it just made me realize a couple things in my life. It's like, yeah. And like I could probably work in a lot of places. I mean, I have a certification in HTML, so I can be a programmer. I could program a game and make millions if I wanted to. Or I could work at a jail or join the military or go to college and get a degree in something. I've never fully thought of what I was gonna do. I mean, I have a job in mind, but that might be further down the road before I really start thinking about what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life, though. Good thing though is if you ever work at a
college applications.
Did I do college applications? No, I did not. I have not done any yet because I'm taking a new essay. I'm gonna take the ACT instead of the SAT, and basically my school you're forced to take the SAT no matter what. It's just a college. You're forced to do it. So I didn't want to just go ahead and be forced to do it, or I wanted to go ahead and take something I actually will study for in some fashion or want to do. But I hate the SAT. Too long, too annoying. I'm gonna take a short, not simple. I don't think it will be simple, but definitely a shorter test that I think will be more beneficial to my mental capacity for a test. I hate testing. Oh, that's right, I don't have stims on. I only have smokes.
Act short and fast.
Yeah. That's what I like about it. It's a quick done deal test. You do good on it, get the grade, you can then go to a college probably of your choice with a higher score.
This game looks infuriating.
Oh, yeah, I would be pretty annoyed with some of the deaths I had, just because I feel like, in some fashion, I don't believe they know where I'm at half the time, and it's all about timing with this game. So, my timing being off sometimes, I get a little annoyed when I die because of it. So, on stream I'm more calm about it, because I have to be in some fashion. If not, you can make a mockery of yourself is one thing. I'm not down to make myself looking like a mockery. I had a feeling that was gonna happen.
Wow, you hit 30 subs.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of happy about that. That's pretty cool. I mean, I'm surprised. Oh, gunshots don't like that. Well, that's a long shot? I thought that was actually not that long of a distance. Oh, we traded. Oh, that was nice. It's like we didn't trade though. He was waiting for me.
What time you start school?
I start school. My school doesn't start until like 7:45. I don't go to school until like 7:10ish. So, I mean, that's all like it's a flip-floppy type thing. It's like you could go to school at an early time, or like it all depends. Like there's times where it will, like I leave earlier, and then there's times I leave late.
That's early.
Yeah, it's really early. It was definitely different, especially because when I used to live in Maryland.
How many classes do you have?
How many classes do I have? I have 5. I have 5 classes. I leave at 12. 12:20 I leave, because that's when I go to lunch, and that's my last class of the day. Alright, so worked on long shots, kind of, not too
Nice.
much. It is nice. I like leaving school early. I think everybody should have the
I
ability to
have
go
to
to
go
school late.
A2.
Oh, 8 to 2. Yeah, I used to. Actually, that's not bad at all. 8 to 2? Huh. I go from like technically 6, because you gotta think about like when you have to wake up and get ready, and from basic when you wake up to get ready for the issue to when you go. And technically, now if you work at a job, that's not how it works. A job is when you clock in to clock out. But school is basically you clock in when you wake up, and you clock out when you leave, or when you're done with homework. Because that's basically the entirety of school.
Oh, true.
So it's like, I think that's actually pretty. I mean, that's a nice time. 8 to 2. I'd love to wake up at 8 o'clock. Cause I would still have the same sleep schedule I'd have now. I'd go to bed like 10 and wake up at like
In the
8.
sense 7-2.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, oh, 7 to 2. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I mean, yeah. That's relatively my school. I mean, I'm probably like 25 minutes. Wait, no, you wake up at 7 and you go to 12? No, yeah, no, yeah. See, I don't see why my school's like that. I know a lot of schools that, you know, they have a lot more leeway with the times. Like, okay, you'll wake up at 8, you'll go to school till 2. So yeah, similar to your times, 8 to 2, and then yeah. No, my schools in this state kind of suck anyway. I mean, there's so many issues wrong with them. That's a gun. Yep, that's a gun. That's a person though. That's another person. A lot of people be running. Kind of saw the black outline. I had a feeling that guy was rushing me. But I thought it was the left side, not the right side. Wow, my shot is off. A lot of them are running. What is that perk? Doesn't mean you're gonna beat me in every gunfight, though. I mean, I'm not a bad shot.
Why did you rebrand?
Why did I change my name, basically? I don't know. I can't answer some things. I mean, it's just... I feel good with a certain name, and then I feel worse about another name. It's times where it's like, this name sounds good, and I can imagine it on like a merchandise of some sort, even if I don't plan to have merchandise, I can just imagine it. It just looks good to have, or imagine. Because I always think it's like, even though I may never be a big YouTuber, streamer, whatever, I always feel as if the possibility was to ever arise, that I should always think of the best, or all the things. So, a thing of merchandise with a pug on it. A lot of people might wear a pug shirt. I mean, and if it was to say Updog on it, I mean, some people would probably wear I guess a little dad joke on that. On a shirt too, I mean. I just thought Updog was a pretty funny name, and I was like, you know what? Why not? And I keep forgetting I don't have stims. I ran stims for so long, and then I switched up one simple manufactorial time, and it completely ruins me. But yeah, I thought Updog was a pretty funny name, and I kind of enjoyed the name a little bit. I'm like a See, I consider myself an 80s person because I always like the whole, like, dad jokes thing.
How have the streams been? Who usually pops in?
I mean, not too well. I mean, I understand though. I mean, I was away for a long time on this account, so the people that normally would hop in and casually, just like whenever I would stream, they would hop in, say a couple of things, and watch a little bit and leave. You know, those people would probably not stick around right now, just because, well, I've been away for so long that it's basically just a dead channel. But at the same time, I feel you could make it a channel. You could basically bring a channel back from the dead, which is kind of what I'm trying to do in some fashion. That was way too many shots on a dude that was not even playing. But I really just wanted to upload potential, you know. I like having fun, I like streaming. I think it's a great way to just spend the time, and then whenever it's all said and done, I can say at the end of the day I did this and that, and it's all recorded. And not just that, but I also can go ahead and make a, you see him there, I can make a
Yay, if you put it in the Discord you might be able to get a couple people.
Yeah, true. Oh boy, didn't even know you were up there. But I didn't die from you that time, pal. You almost got me. Pop off. Wasn't expecting him to come from that way. What's the worst thing about, like, getting off a break and then going back to school, though, is it's like the time you spent on break doing all the stuff you like, you kind of get used to it, and that's just how, you know, it's been for like a certain amount of time, you know, however long it was you were on break for. And all of a sudden, like, now you gotta go back to the terrible grind of school. You know, the monotonous feeling of listening to people that, you know, at the end of the day, are just in it for the money, really. I mean, there might be some teachers that like you, and there might be some teachers that actually care and care for what you have to say and the stuff you do. They might care about that. But majority, at the end of the day, I mean, teachers are in it just for the money. I mean, they don't make a lot of money, but sometimes it's just an easy ride job. Because it's a state job. It's a government job, and that was a bad idea for me to do. And a government job, you get a lot of benefits to be it. But I'll say this, teachers don't have an easy life. So I'll never sit there and say being a teacher is easy. It's not. It's a lot of paperwork. I would hate to do all that paperwork.
What have you been doing this break?
Oh my god, scared the god out of me. Nothing really. I mean hang out with family, I guess. That was a big thing I did. And played some games with family, you know. Mainly I just hung out with my family, and I mean there's a lot of people out there that don't really like their family too much, but man, I'm glad I have a good family. I mean, I'm blessed with that. Not a lot of people are, you know, lucky enough, and I'm kind of blessed about that. Didn't even know he was behind me. Yeah. So I mean, like, not really much of a homesick type person. I mean, I get homesick here and there, depending on stuff. Yeah, it's food. I'm not really much of a homesick person anymore. I used to. And I still feel a little queasy here and there about, like, leaving a comfortable area. But At the same time, you gotta get back to the daily grind of doing something, I guess. It's always good to get out of the comfort zone. Then my school is a pretty uncomfortable area. That's gonna kill me. Oh, did I? Hey, I killed the guy with his own bouncing Betty. That's awesome. Oh, I wish I could have popped one round back into his head. We deserved that win. Hey, I got to play the game.
How do you like it in your area?
My area? It's an iffy area. I mean, it's not like it's crime-ridden, but the people in it are not the brightest. Like, I don't know what type of school you'd go to. Like, there's like 3 classes of schools. And I'm not saying like charter, public, and private. I'm saying like there's the big
the Rust
schools.
Belt, right?
The Rust Belt. I wouldn't say it's like a Rust Belt, but it's definitely not a. It's definitely not an area, or it's not like a. I don't know how to explain it. It's a drug crime-ridden area. That's what it's like. Or not crime-ridden. It's a drug area. There's a lot of heroin addicts. Like a lot. Like almost an unpleasant amount of heroin addicts. Actually, when I first moved up to where I live, or yeah, I guess up or down. I don't know. Technically down, technically up. It all depends on how you look at it.
Dang.
I lived. All my neighbors were some form of drug addicts, and it all depends on how you look at it. It was, I mean, because technically you can consider anything a drug, but I'm not gonna say like, oh, he loved sugar a lot. No, I mean like the one family that lived up next to me for a little bit, they were completely, I think, drunks. There was glass in our yard, their yard, and it's just. It was terrible. And then where I moved to, like the house I live in now, the people used to be drug dealers. And this was a house meant like for like this was the house for drug dealers basically. So we would find needles, we would find busted bottles, old spoons, like normal intact spoons too. It wasn't like, I guess, heroin spoons. It was just old spoons, but who knows? I mean, they could have been used for it. I don't know. But I mean, my state isn't a good state anyway. I mean, it's pretty impoverished. It's pretty, I don't know what else I can say about it, because I don't really want to give away my state. I mean, I think I might have said it to you once before, but other than that, I mean, oh, that was clutch. I could have got shot in the head. I got shot in the back, or in the side, though, so that's not a clutch moment.
Why did you move? If that's not too personal.
Oh, it's not personal at all. My parents say it was because, oh my god, what happened was my parents have never had a good track record of moving to places, and they might not think of that or think that, but from the stories they told me where they used to live and, you know, all this other stuff, I can tell they've never been able to pick a good house or a good location for a house. Back where I used to live in Maryland, there was drug addicts across the street from us, or drug dealers across from the street from us, and then they left. And then what happened was, and then basically just the town went to hell. I mean, that's a simple way to put it, I guess. I mean, not more than I think 2, maybe 3 years later, the park that literally used to be down the street from us, from my house, it was a nice, huge park. It was beautiful. It was amazing. It was ginormous. The park was, oh man, it was probably a good, I don't know, I would say 100 miles. No, I can't say that. That's not true. Man, I don't know how to explain how big it was. It was ginormous, though. I'll say that. Like, it was definitely, if you were to decide to run through it, I mean, I don't know how much you go running, but, I mean, probably to an average person, it'll probably tucker a person out pretty quickly. Or, not pretty quickly, but it would be long enough to tucker an average runner out. It's a pretty big park. Well, the whole area was basically filled with heroin needles, and hobos and whatnot. That's what all basically my cousin would say, though. I mean, my cousin used to live down there. Or, see, I can't explain, you know, where it was. I don't exactly know geographically. Like, is it north to me, south to me? So I say up or down. Normally I say up there. That's always what I say. Like, sometimes you'll catch me slipping and I'll say, like, talking about something like Florida, and I was like, you know, those people are crazy up there, and it's like, that's just not true. That's not geographically true. It's not up, or yeah, it's not up there. That's Florida. It's way down there. But that's just how I've always been. But I mean, what else? Shot to be living in. But you know, it was just a terrible area. A funny story though is that when my parents first bought the place, they actually owned that house. Now we rent. But when my parents first bought that house, I wasn't alive at the time when they bought the house. That was a long time ago. But when my parents bought that house, they said that there was a actual Klan meeting, like the Ku Klux Klan, the KKK. There was an actual meeting just down the street from them, just not too far, probably like a hello neighbor distance away, you know, just like a how you doing this fine morning, neighbor, like that type of distance, not like a I'm gonna have to sprint down there type of distance. It's a fine evening, sir. Thank you for asking. So that's how it was. It was pretty close to that house. But then the place got really nice. It was really calm and all that. Really.
Yikes.
It was a nice town to live in. I wish I could move back there, but I've been spoiled by the state's laws in some fashion. Like, my state has, and this is somewhat political, I guess. I mean, my state is very lenient on guns and taxes and other stuff like that, and I think that's pretty nice. I think that's fair. And Maryland is not a very lenient place anymore. I mean, gun laws are strict, taxes are pretty up there, and not a bad, but like I said, I lived in a pretty nice area. It was a nice little town, and a lot of, there was like peace, but there was also, it was like a peace type of area. It was like a nice little, comfortable, peaceful area. Cali? Oh, I don't live there, but I have, okay, I'll say this. In my school, we have to take a very amount of classes, I guess. Like, we have to. It's not like, you know, you can take this, or you can take this instead. We have to take a strict amount of classes. One of them is because in this state, our voting is not very high. So our political process is not very high. So we have to take the Wow, that's 3 people just camping there. We have to take a class called Civics, which is just a class basically of political... I don't know how to explain it. Just being political, basically. You have to, you know... You have to know all the stuff about about politics. You have to know all this. You just have to know your stuff about politics, basically. It's not a hard class for me. I'm pretty well endowed in apocalypse. In the apocalypse, yeah, I'm well endowed in the apocalypse. No, I know my political things pretty well. I'm not like a politics nerd, but I do know some things. And I know some things about California that I'm not too fancy about. But I mean, I like California though. I mean, for its beauty and its you know, I guess amazing wildlife. I mean, California is pretty. It's a great state. As if it wasn't so, like, I don't know, because I don't want to like get my political beliefs, like, I don't like sharing my political beliefs.
California is a nice place to live, but liberal.
Yeah, that's the very much so term I got the. Okay, when I play by myself on this game, I always get the final kill, or I always get the play of the game for some reason. But when I play with my brother or my cousin or other friends, I never do. I don't know if I do better or if I do worse. I don't know. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's a very liberal place. And I have nothing against, you know, the liberal idea or the liberal agenda, but there's some things that I'm not too fond about. But that's just my idea. I mean, that's just my little thought on, but yeah, on politics, on California and the liberal idea. But other than that, I mean, California is an amazing place. I find it as a like a vacationing area. You know how there's countries that people love to go to for vacationing because it's a wonderful, magnificent view, or it just has nice people in it all the time, or, you know, just there's something about it that is so amazing, but you will never move there and live there because it's just so good that if you live there, it will ruin its touch to it. That's how I see California. I feel as if California, I cannot personally live there. But if I was to go there and venture its beauty, it would be the greatest place to me. But that's because I wouldn't live there. Instead I would... Jeffrey likes toes. God. Instead, I would love to see it as a vacationing area. But I will say this, California and anywhere out west, like California and anywhere out west, like Nevada and and other states that are bordering the Pacific Ocean, or, you know, anywhere just basically over there where it's just deserts in some fashion, you gotta give it to them though. like those. Oh, okay. Oh wow, I didn't even see that guy. Those people struggled back in the day. Like, we sent how many people down there to literally build a dam, and when they went down there, just a few months short, a drought happened, and they were not able to get water to the city of Los Angeles that would soon to be known as. Oh, that is my alarm that I swear I turned off, but I guess I didn't. But that's just, it's so, I think that's, okay, I'm gonna stop pushing that. But that's so amazing to me. It's literally just the fact that, I say literally a lot. It's just the fact that it's I love history a lot. You did not have to keep shooting there, my friend. I love history a lot, and when something in history, like, is so amazing like that, I gotta give it to him. It's just like the Finnish. The Finnish in World War II. I'm not a huge fan of the Finnish. Like, I'm not saying I hate them, but at the same time, I'm not a huge fan of, like, I guess their ideals or whatever. I mean, they don't have terrible ideals, I don't think. I don't know. I don't know much about the Finnish. But what I do know is that back in World War II, they had a sniper, or in World War II, when they were versing the Soviet Union, the Soviet Onion, that I like to say, those guys, ooh, they put on a fight. Those guys messed up the Soviet Onions. They made them quite literally cry. And I'm getting my ass handed to me. But if there's ever hardships in history, I'm normally the person that kind of likes, like, I'm just there like, wow, this is super interesting, and I hand it to the people that did it. Just like this one thing, there was this one movie that's based on true events. In World War II, there's two Soviet brothers that went to, well, no, whenever the Nazi party or the Nazis in Germany, they took over Nazi Germany at the time. When they took over some, God bless it, when they took over some part of Russia or Soviet Union, Prussia, whatever. I don't exactly know geographically when Prussia existed either, but I can say this: they took over some part of Russia, because it is technically. I'm sorry, Val. I did not mean to blow your brains out. I was firing and you ran through me. So, they basically took over some form of part of Russia, and what happened was they basically would go ahead and I keep killing my damn teammates, man. Next one off is a next kill is a yeah, basically next kill off I will just be killed every single time I shoot. What was it? They basically went to a concentration camp nearby them, or they seemed they kind of, I don't know the exact like reason why they went to the concentration camp. I don't think it was ever told the reason why, but basically the people that they took in, they had family members. I guess that's one reason. They had family members in those concentration camps. Or, not concentration camps, ghettos. That's what they were. They weren't concentration camps at the time, they were ghettos. That's before they had the concentration camps. They were building them, or getting them set up. Well, oh, he's dead. Well, what happened was, they went ahead and, that hit me. They went ahead and basically just took people from this ghetto and they would save them. Well, they got so big in numbers that, or they got a big number that these two brothers only having only two weapons at the time, which was like a pistol, a rifle, a knife. They basically had to go on and attack convoys or whatnot of Germans, so they could, you know, get supplies and whatnot, and they would have to, you know, rob farmers, and sad enough they would have to kill innocent farmers. But the issue was that these farmers who were not Jewish would rat these people out, so they could, one, keep their land, and two, live. Because at the time, if you did not comply with the Nazis who had just basically overthrown you, you would be killed. Alright, sorry. So, and you will never learn about this. This is almost not impossible to find, but it is one of those stories you'll probably never hear of because, I mean, it's just not very popular, but it should be because it's an amazing story of how two brothers went on to basically save a whole bunch of Slavic Jews in, you know, taking them from the ghettos and saving them, no matter their age, really, and all the hardships they had to basically go through just to do so. Looks like a bear trap, and I thought for a minute maybe they've added bear traps to the game, but they didn't. But the hard times and the hardships that they had to go through were immense. I guess teammate took him out from the back because he looked like he just got whacked in the back of the leg and flipped over. So,
well, alright, have a nice day. I'm going to sleep now. Good night.
alright, nighty night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Thank you for stopping by.
I'm super tired, lol, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. I gotta get ready to go to school anyway. I'm gonna play this last match and then get ready the rest of the way. Man.
Okay, have a good day.
You too, man.
See you later.
See ya. Well, now we have A. There we go. Got shot in the leg and fell. Perfect. Ended at the right time. Now I can... Congratulations, Mike Gunt. You got to play the game. 27 deaths. I went negative by 1. I couldn't even gone even. Oh, I'm such a dingus. I'm a turd brain. Oh, I died at the last shot, or last second, so there's not much I could have done about that. But I'm progressing on these camos, that's good. Anyway, thank you guys for showing up to the short little stream. If you guys see this at any other later time, thank you for even stopping by then. But maybe later on today there might be another stream, so if you guys see this now or anytime before 12 or before I stream later today maybe to get some more highlights, because I only got couple days left before I have to start editing this thing. And I gotta spend a little bit of time editing it, so I gotta get this done soon. Not on a really time crunch, but at the same time, I gotta do what I gotta do. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. My name is Updog, and I will see what's up with y'all in the next stream. So, thank y'all for watching, and stay tuned for more.